Every year, a dozen videos come out claiming to know exactly what's launching at Apple's September event. This year, there's an actual paper trail worth following. Bloomberg's Mark Gurman, who has one of the best track records on Apple leaks, published a fresh report just days ago naming 8 specific products. But here's the catch. Some of the products everyone's been hyping, including one you've probably already heard about, aren't actually on his list. Let's separate what's genuinely locked in from what's still speculation. Apple's told employees internally that a major product launch is happening at headquarters in the first half of September, and outside sourcing lines up on Wednesday, September 9th, matching Apple's usual pattern of launching the week after Labor Day. This is about as close to locked in as an unannounced Apple date ever gets. According to Gurman's latest reporting, here's what's actually landing that day. The iPhone 18 Pro and Pro Max, the foldable iPhone, still widely expected to carry the Ultra name, the Apple Watch Series 12 and Watch Ultra 4, a refreshed Apple TV box, the HomePod Mini 2, and a possible on-stage preview of the long-rumored HomePad, Apple's screen-equipped smart home hub. That's 8 products in one keynote, genuinely one of Apple's biggest single events in years. Since we've covered this phone in depth before, here's the compressed version. A more unified aluminum and glass back, a new dark cherry color option, a possible return of a sky blue finish reminiscent of the iPhone 13 Pro, a smaller dynamic island, a front camera bump to 24 megapixels, and the headline feature, a variable aperture lens for genuinely better low light and depth control. Powering it, the A20 Pro chip on Apple's first real 2nm process. The foldable iPhone is the one everyone actually wants to talk about, and per Gurman, it's genuinely the headline product of the keynote. Dual displays, roughly 5.4 inches folded, 7.8 inches open, Touch ID instead of Face ID, and a crease Apple claims to have all but eliminated through new display materials rather than just a better hinge. What we covered last time still applies here. A semiconductor shortage is currently squeezing Apple's supply chain, so announced in September and available in September may not mean the same thing this year. The Apple Watch Series 12 is getting a modestly faster S12 chip and better battery life, but nothing that reads as a major redesign this year. The Watch Ultra 4 is expected to carry the same chip bump, though one report claims a thinner redesign. That specific claim hasn't been backed up by any other source, so treat it skeptically. Neither watch is the reason to watch this keynote, and that's honestly fine. Not every product needs to be a headline. This is the important part. You've probably seen other videos, including some very recent ones, confidently claiming AirPods with built-in cameras, branded as Airpods ULTRA, are launching alongside everything else in September. Here's the problem. Gurman's own list of 8 confirmed products, published just days ago, does not include them. He specifically notes that camera-equipped AirPods, along with a 3rd-generation HomePod and a rumored Apple security camera, are real projects he's reported on before, but they're not part of what he's currently confirming for this specific event. They could still show up as a surprise, but right now, treating them as locked in is getting ahead of the actual reporting. So the real question isn't what Apple's announcing on September 9th, it's what they're announcing that you can actually walk out of a store with that week. Based on everything here, my money's on the watches and the Pro lineup, and definitely not the camera AirPods. Tell me I'm wrong in the comments, I'll pin the best prediction and check it against reality in 3 weeks. Okay.